So yesterday history was made as one of the first stepping stones that would lead up to a Martian colony. If you don't know what I'm talking about SpaceX's Starship SN15 launch yesterday. And basically it's a test where they test out their Starship prototypes, and this prototype was supposed to take Starship SN15 up to a 10-kilometer height, and then they're supposed to do a belly flop maneuver back to Earth and land it in one piece. And that's what exactly Starship SN15 did. However, it was a little bit foggy, but weather aside, this launch was absolutely perfect. Nothing went wrong, okay? And I'll give you guys a quick summary of what happened. So, the whole rocket launch took off, right? It went up. It was pretty foggy. All right, the ship took off. We saw some GoPro footage of the cameras on board with the Raptor engines firing. We did lose connection a little bit, and it was kind of hard to see for a while. It got to 10 kilometers. It shut off its engines and then performed a belly flop maneuver. And Starship has these fins which we'll use to create as much drag as possible. And so this whole Starship is doing this controlled descent basically, and when it was close to the ground, it performed a flip maneuver. They fired its engines and they performed a flip maneuver and landed that beast on the ground in one piece. And it didn't blow up like SN10 after landing. And honestly, this is the first ever Starship that could, you know what? If SpaceX really wanted to, they could actually reuse this rocket. And I'll get to that later in the video. In fact, I actually did a video, a small little video, which is up on my Instagram if you guys want to watch it. I'm going to play that right now of my reaction when Starship SN15 landed on the ground. Here you guys go. Oh! Burn maneuver, burn, come on. Oh!
Starship
come on,
heading back
come
to the
on,
landers.
come on, Starship, you got this, SN15, you got this! Don't shame your brothers and your sisters. Please tell me it landed. I don't know. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh, it landed. It landed. Is it gonna blow up? Is it gonna blow up this time? Oh, my God.
Starbase flight control has confirmed. Woo! As you can see on the live video, we are down. The Starship has landed.
Oh.
We're going through the safing sequence in the flight computer right now. We'll be back in a moment.
Oh, is it gonna blow up? So once again, if you guys want to watch that whole video where I watched the whole launch, or the whole 10-minute launch, I recommend that you guys go check out my Instagram or my Facebook page. I re-uploaded the video there, the full video. I'm not going to re-upload it to my YouTube because I really want you guys to go to my Instagram or Facebook to view it. But I will show you guys the highlight of it. So if you guys want to check out the whole thing, I recommend that you guys go check out my Instagram or Facebook page where it's uploaded there. It's pretty sweet that it happened. And I'll give you guys a quick rundown of what happened. So yesterday I was closely watching Starship SN15 because it was a gorgeous day. It was a beautiful day. Alright. But during like my third or fourth hour, I checked on Twitter and I forgot her name. But it's one of the Boca Chica residents. Let me go check Twitter real quick. Notifications, I know I have her followed. It's Mary. It's Boca Chica Gal. Alright, Boca Chica Gal. She announced that, hey, that it was a scrub. So I got disappointed. I got a little bit depressed after that. And I went off my day normally. The next day started, and I was closely watching the situation. I was hoping that Starship SN15 was going to launch by 5th hour in my school, which was about exactly at 12 at Boca Chica, Texas at the time of recording that. But, I was extremely wrong about that. It didn't really take off then. Well, no, actually, I think it would be like 2 or 1 o'clock at the time. For me, it was 12 at the time, but I was hoping that would take off, but it never did. In my 6th hour, I was watching it, and they were filling Starship SN15 up. And in my 7th hour, I started seeing them venting the whole Starship, right? They were venting it, they were testing the flaps so they can test it, and it didn't really take off during school. However, 20 minutes after school got out and I was able to go home, It takes me only like 10 minutes to get home after school gets out. If I drive home, or if I walk home, it takes me 30 minutes, but it takes me like usually 10 minutes to get home. So I got home, 10 minutes left before Starship takes off, and I actually booted up OBS and I recorded that reaction. It was so awesome watching the Starship SN11, not SM11, SM15 take off live in front of me. And keep in mind, guys, I haven't really watched SN8 or SN9 live because I don't know what I was doing at that time. But SN10, on that day, I had a meeting I had to attend to. I had a school meeting to go to, so I couldn't really watch SN10 take off. But after the meeting, I got notifications that, hey, SN10 took off, so I was super happy about that. So keep in mind that SN10, that was being tested during a meeting I was doing at my school, so I was super happy about that. SN11, I had COVID, so I was sitting on the couch, I was watching it on my phone, and I watched it live. And then the video froze and the rocket blew up, and then SpaceX ended the stream. But honestly, SN15, beautiful launch, okay? Honestly, the only thing I wished for was better weather, so we could have looked at it better, but it was still pretty cool. In fact, this is one video on Twitter where a Starship was going through the clouds, lights its engines, and lands. It was a beautiful landing, alright? It was a smooth touchdown, way smoother than the SN10. And the best part is it didn't blow up. So I'm super excited, and I saw a video, I think it's called NASA, what's the guy's name? NASA Spaceflight. They did a stream on their YouTube channel, and it's basically a after flight, right? It's an after flight steak house, not a steak house. I'm an idiot. Basically, they're testing out, they have a stream played, and they're basically looking at Starship SN15 while crews go check it out. And basically what's going on is a bunch of, after the test was done, they vented it and basically released all the fuel. And then they're slowly starting to approach Starship so they can take a look at it. They brought out the robotic dogs, Zeus and Apollo. I think they did, I don't know. I haven't personally seen it, so I could be wrong. I'm just assuming that they brought out the dogs because that's what those robotic dogs are designed to do, was to, explore places that could be dangerous. So I'm just assuming that they did bring out those dogs. And yeah, I just know that there is personnel taking a look at Starship SN15. At the time of recording this video, I think SN15 is still on the landing pad. So, I don't know, maybe tomorrow when this video comes out, it should be moved somewhere. I have no idea where they're going to put SN15. They're going to probably, I don't know if they put it in the high bay. I don't know if they're going to scrap it. Honestly, it'd be super cool if they refly SN15. And what you guys got to understand with SN15 is that they have to, not SN15, well, the thing with Starship is that they have to prove that Starship can be reusable, because the whole point of the Starship program was to, not also take humans not back to Mars, but to take humans to Mars, or the moon, or anywhere else in the whole solar system. But Starship was also supposed to be completely reusable, so you can reuse this rocket multiple times. And it brings down reusability. It could be a lot cheaper to produce, and basically making space travel a lot easier and more accessible to people. And so that's the whole point. So we could definitely see a reflight of SN15. And you know what? If Elon Musk really wants it, or the SpaceX personnel, they can actually retest SN15, and I think that'd be pretty cool. Speaking about SN15, SN16's all ready to go, by the way. SN16's been completely stacked, and it's ready to go. They put the nose cone on SN16, and SN16's ready to go. She's completely ready. The only thing that they have to do is they have to do cryo tests. They have to install the Raptor engines, perform static fires, and maybe in 2 or 3 weeks we can see a test for SN16. And this is super exciting. It's super exciting. And you gotta keep, what you guys gotta understand now is that, hey, and on the looks of things, SN15 looks like a perfect landing. It looks like they perfected everything, but it could be wrong. We don't know. At this point, it'll be still pretty cool if they can, I think the best thing they should do, right now, this is just a guess for me. I think what they're gonna do is I think they're gonna reuse Starship SN15. I think they're going to retest it just to make sure that everything is okay. I think they're going to try out multiple ways to see how they can do stuff. Keep in mind, these are prototypes, so I still won't be surprised if SN16 or SN17 crash, alright? Because they might experiment with a few things. And keep in mind, these starships, right, including SN15, SN20, are still prototypes, and they're going to be nowhere complete or nowhere as advanced as the final product or the final ship. So there's gonna be loads of improvements to the final version of the rocket, and it's gonna be pretty exciting. And you know what, I'm super excited to see the orbital launch of Starship SN20 in July. But it's super exciting that all of that happened, and I'm super excited I was able to watch it live. But anyways, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, let me know by leaving a comment and liking and subscribing I am so close to 3,000 subscribers. So if you haven't yet, please go and subscribe, because I would love to reach 3,000 subscribers. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and see ya. Peace.